We got some more information on what led to the Activision Blizzard deal with Microsoft. Welcome back to another video, guys. If you enjoy daily content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. After the events the other day, the biggest deal in video game history, the $70 billion deal that Microsoft paid in cash for Activision Blizzard. People are wondering how this occurred and why did Activision Blizzard decide to sell to Microsoft? Well, we got some good interviews. We got some more information on all of this, so let's take a look at it. So first of all, it looked like Activision Blizzard's leadership was looking to sell the company at some point or another, especially after everything that had been going on with the harassment scandal. And in early November, the company approached Microsoft. So this wasn't Xbox, Phil Spencer going out to Activision, seeing if they wanted to sell the company. They went to Xbox themselves, and then they began working on a deal immediately. And then all the details came together over the holidays. Now, what else is interesting is that Xbox and Microsoft wasn't the only company within the mix of potentially purchasing Activision Blizzard. EA was actually in that mix, but Bobby Kotick talks about why they decided to go at the end of the day with Xbox and with Microsoft. And one of the big reasons mentioned here by Bobby Kotick, and as well as it's pointed out in this article, is that Activision Blizzard was just kind of getting too big for their own good. There was way too much volatility in making AAA big budget games, and having to always surpass what they did previous every single year with games like Call of Duty kind of made the whole entire business that they had with the amount of employees that they had unsustainable. As we know, with Activision Blizzard, they just continue to double down on Call of Duty. They have the yearly release of that game, and they haven't really stopped doing that. And then they went off and created like the Battle Royale Warzone version of it, and then also the Call of Duty Mobile. So they continue to kind of branch off with the Call of Duty franchise, knowing that it would sell because all of those versions of Call of Duty are highly successful and make Activision Blizzard a ton of money. But when you're that successful with a franchise, like I said, every year you're going to have to outdo the previous year. Your investors want to see growth, and that was becoming harder and harder. And especially with the scandal, the harassment, the terrible workplace at Activision Blizzard, they were losing developers. They were losing senior developers to help them make these games better and better. Because if you're a really great developer, why would you want to go work at Activision Blizzard after everything that was going on? And then when it came out into the public perception of Activision Blizzard tanked, meaning that it would have been even harder for them to attract great talent over to the development studio. So because of that, it mentions here that Activision would traditionally turn to Blizzard to fill in the gaps of the talent that they were not able to hire. And as we know with World of Warcraft, that's an MMO that has always been at the top of the MMOs, but over the last little while, it has been bleeding subscribers. It has been losing tons of subscribers. It's not the number one MMO in the world right now. I do not believe, at least from this chart here, the top 20 MMOs, top 20 busiest and most popular MMOs today, Final Fantasy 14 seems to have taken over that title with 2.44 million players, and then World of Warcraft is actually number 3 right now at 1.1 million active players. Now, of course, total players in general, World of Warcraft still is number 1 because they were number 1 for so long. I mean, it's a game that's been out since 2004. You compare it to Final Fantasy 14 that came out, I think, in 2010. So they have a lot more time in order to get those players. But it's a game that we've seen it. We've seen it fall from grace. We've seen the love for World of Warcraft, I guess, for a lot of people fall off, and Final Fantasy 14 has been getting great reviews, and a lot of people are talking about it, and it continues to grow. It's actually grown so much that they had to stop allowing people subscribe because I guess it was overloading their servers or something. So that is really telling as to what has been going on with Activision Blizzard and their big games. I mean, we've even seen Blizzard have to delay their big games that are supposed to be coming out, Diablo Immortal, Diablo 4, and Overwatch 2, probably because of the turmoil within the company. And I think one of the biggest reasons, as mentioned, as I said as well earlier, it's that personnel resource. If you destroy the working environment, you aren't able to attract employees, your company's finished. Because sure, you have the big CEOs calling the shots, making all the money, but they're not the ones that make the company go every single day. It's your employees that are at the lower ranks that make your company successful. And obviously that scandal just had a massive effect, which has pushed Activision Blizzard to sell to Microsoft. Now, Bobby Kotick also just goes over some other reasons why they decided to choose Microsoft over a company like EA. Biggest one, obviously they have the most resources. They have much more resources than EA has in terms of just money, power, and just overall personnel resources with the amount of studios they're going to have under them. And they also have the biggest thing of all, which I think is very attractive, not only for acquisitions, but just for future dealings with other companies out there, is the technology. That Azure technology is so big. It's going to play such a huge role in the future of video games that we're going to see so many third parties wanting to get in on it and wanting to use it, and lots more deals with Azure that Microsoft is going to make. And specifically, Bobby Kotick mentions here, but I think that even if we have to consolidate within EA, that wouldn't have given us what we're going to need going forward. And so you needed to have a big partner in order to make that work. Continue saying, as we thought about possible partners, all roads ultimately led to Microsoft. Microsoft has all the important technologies we need to deliver the next generation of games. And like Activision, Microsoft has a cultural passion for gaming that goes back to the 1980s. Microsoft's culture of inspiring people through caring and empathy is a powerful motivator, and one we embrace as we renew our resolve in the work we're now doing to set a new standard for a welcoming and inclusive workplace culture. So there you have it. What's most interesting, I think, about all of this is the fact that they came to this deal so fast. When I first heard about this, had assumed that they had been talking for a decent amount of time, but they literally came to a deal in about a month's time. A $70 billion deal in a month's time. That's insane to think about how fast they moved on it. And hey, Microsoft was probably all for it. They saw this, they saw them approach them. They're looking at what was going on within the industry and how the franchises and IPs within Activision Blizzard and even King for the mobile gaming market are going to help bolster their future and what they're trying to do with subscription service and cloud gaming and everything like that. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Are you surprised at how fast this deal went? And what are your thoughts on Bobby Kotick approaching EA and then deciding to go with Microsoft? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. You're new here, you like what you saw throughout this video, I'd appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. Help this channel grow, help grow this community so we can have great conversations in the comments below. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. Wow.